Commissioner, may I make one change? On the December 31st, I think the date for the field appraiser said December 31st of 2015. It should have said 2015.
Okay. And you amend your motion to include the change? You'll amend your second?
Yeah, I'm glad she caught that.
All right.
Can I just make one thing? Can I just say under the first motion there, the additional wage adjustment, or to add the language, or cost of living adjustment?
Or cost of living adjustment. Where's that at, Ben?
That'd be under new business, which the controller all is requesting.
It's in the December 31st minutes.
All right.
I think the Controller Hall is requesting the additional wage increase. He would like to say and or cost of living.
Is there any problem with making that change, your motion?
No.
And your second?
No, that's it.
Okay. Any other changes? Or if not, we have a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The minutes are approved. Lori, new business.
The following dates will be for the Salary Board, the agenda of March 9th, June 8th, and September 14th, and the Salary Board public meetings of March 11th, June 10th, and September 16th. I ask your approval.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second it.
Discussion? We're changing this so that everybody can see we're only going to have Salary Board once each quarter rather than every meeting, as we have been doing. Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Under Human Services, Children and Youth, the creation of one casework manager at 28028 with benefits and with retirement, and the elimination of an assistant director at 29590 with benefits and with retirement. I ask your approval.
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Is there discussion? Any questions for Charlie? Why he's asking for this? Okay, those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Spend the minutes. Time with the media.
I have nothing, thank you.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting is adjourned.
Beat it all. Oh man, it goes. I think it's
Are you ready?
We're ready.
We'll call the order of the meeting of the Butler County Commissioners. Please rise for a moment. All prepare, followed by the pledge of allegiance. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
public comment.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The public comment portion of our meeting provides residents and taxpayers of Butler County a reasonable opportunity to comment on matters of concern, official action, or deliberation, which are or may be before the board prior to taking official action. Presentations must be limited to 3 minutes. The chairman has asked me to remind everyone that no personal attacks on the character or reputation of county employees, department heads, or any official will be tolerated. Any speaker doing so may be ruled out of order by the chair. I'll call the names in the order in which they appear on the sign-up sheet, and when you come to the podium, please state your name and municipality of residence. Mike Sloop and Rich Wilson.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Mike.
First, I'd like to ask your permission to make an announcement in regards to National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day that we're going to have here in Butler County.
Anyone object to that?
That's terrific.
Okay.
Thank you. On Friday, January 9, 2015, at noon in Diamond Park, across from the county courthouse, we're calling on all Butler County residents into action in support of law enforcement. In light of recent negativity directed toward law enforcement nationally, citizens are encouraged to show their appreciation of law enforcement officers by attending a public rally to recognize National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. In Butler County, there are 23 law enforcement agencies and approximately 322 active law enforcement officers. Can you imagine going to work each day not knowing if you'll survive your shift and see your family at night? In law enforcement, this is a fact of life. Each day, 780,000 police officers across our country put a badge on and go to work, knowing that they may face extremely dangerous situations. Being a law enforcement officer is not just a job, it's a calling. Last Friday, Rich Wilson, who's retired from Zillionople Borough Police Department and founder and past president of the Butler County Fraternal Order Police Lodge, contacted me and asked if I'd be willing to participate in this event for Butler County. This is not only national, but it's going on throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And Rich felt that it would be a great idea for us to do this. And in light of everything that's going on in the country and in our nation, police officers do a great job in this county. And protecting the people and serving them is of their high priority. They deal with bad people and they deal with good people. And they want to protect their rights. It's just that important. So I'd like to turn the rest over to Rich Wilson, and I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike, before you leave the podium, can somebody hit that again, the date? I mean, maybe.
Sure, I'll let Rich go ahead and repeat it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, and that the officers don't include bullet, which we know is always there for us too. Okay, well, you got to acknowledge the dog, right? Law enforcement officers play an integral part in our society. Without them, chaos would reign. We see that happening. We see it every day. We turn on the news this morning and we see it happening all over the world. So we're asking our citizens to support the National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day in a number of ways. First of all, if you can attend this Friday on the 9th at noon in Diamond Park, we greatly appreciate it. We're going to have representatives from different departments there, including the Pennsylvania State Police, the Sheriff's Department, as well as some representatives from the other departments in the area. But if you can't be there, here are some things we would ask that you might want to consider. Change your profile page on the social media that you belong to, everybody does, to an image that represents or reflects your appreciation for police officers. You see a policeman, thank them for what they do. Wear blue-colored clothing to support law enforcement. Send a card of support to your local police department. One of the things that I've always appreciated was in the middle of the year, somebody every once in a while would bring in cookies or something just to say, you know what, it's no event, just to let you know we appreciate what you do. Share a positive story if you have one about your law enforcement experience. We ask children in the community to write letters of support to our law enforcement. And lastly, if possible, participate in a Project Blue Light, where you put a blue light in your window showing that your family supports the law enforcement community. As a wrap-up, I'd just like to say that I want to thank the commissioners for the opportunity to be able to say these words and to be able to share these thoughts and opinions. And we hope to see everyone at the event this Friday at noon in Diamond Park. I want to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Rich, and thank to all the law enforcement people in Butler County, because without them, as you said, there would be chaos in the county and chaos in the world without the police department. Thank you both. I hope you have good weather on Friday.
I'd like to say something also, Mike, or both of you. I think this is really a terrific idea. I'd like to thank Mike Sloop for solving my burglary 10 years ago. I told him about 5 times since then, but I got a report in the mail that Charlie's getting out of jail. He's, well, he was let out of parole and he was back in. But anyway, I'm very thankful because it's hard to solve burglaries, but Mike did it like 10 years ago. But this whole concept is just terrific. I'll be there, and I think it's really needed too. I mean, I'm also grateful for Tim Fennell. He knows this too, that I protested in Diamond Park a good bit, and he never arrested me, so I'm grateful for that too, that he respected my rights of free speech. So no one's more grateful than me for that.
Okay.
for public comment.
All right, we have minutes from December 29th and December 31st, public meetings. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved.
We have no proclamations and certificates this morning, and no old business, commissioners. Under new business, the first item is on the bridge program. Kevin Gray.
Good morning, Kevin.
First, this morning, I'd like to have your approval of a bid that we opened on Monday for a glue laminated deck system for laminated concepts at $59,950. This is a wood system that also includes the guide rail system for the bridge and also the deck. We went over it, it's a good bid. This company we've dealt with multiple times over the last 20 years. So I ask for your approval on that.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second that. I've got a question.
Okay.
How did you come up with I know we only had one bid on this, but you checked it out, you feel the price is
Yes,
fair?
the price is fair. We went over with the engineer, and that was in the estimate of prices that we had.
The range?
The range, yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm done. That was my question.
Kevin, these wood beam bridges, do they outlast concrete or last?
Actually, it's a wooden deck system.
Oh, wooden
So,
deck, okay.
yeah, so we'll have steel beams with a wooden deck on top of it, and there'll be blacktop over top of that. That will make it last longer than concrete, because you'll have the porousness of the wood and everything that will keep it dry.
And the salt will erode the concrete like, or the wood like the concrete?
Right, yes, because it's basically already, the glue laminated deck is already almost a salt treatment on it to begin with, to preserve the wood on it. So, yeah, that's why it'll last long.
How's it compare in cost with concrete?
Actually, it's competitive with concrete, but the time savings you have is in the putting it down. With a concrete deck, you have to tie a lot of rebar with the deck, a lot of forming and everything like that. This comes in sections. You just lay them down, and you'll have the whole deck down in a couple days.
Does it bolt to the steel beams or?
Yeah, it bolts to steel beams with steel clips. Yes.
Steel clips, you don't have to drill the beams then?
No. Very little drilling. You don't want to drill it to begin with because it's already pressure treated the whole way
Right.
through.
Right. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And the
Motion
second
carries.
thing, I'd like to have your approval to be able to bid out various items for the county bridges as throughout the year as you need to.
Is there a motion to allow Kevin to bid these items?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second this. This is something we do every year.
Yeah, something that we do every year. So, yeah, if something comes up, we can bid it out and it comes to a meeting every time. The only thing we have to do is bring the bids to the meeting.
Okay, those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Thanks, Kevin.
Next, under court administration, Tom Holman.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Tom.
I thought Doug Ritson was going to come. I didn't see you behind the post.
I have a couple things for your consideration this morning. The first is just to notify you that we have received a local facility giving program grant from Walmart in the amount of $1,000 to be applied to our specialty, our problem-solving course. We've used those things like gasoline cards, bus tokens, food, graduation supplies, things that were normally paid for outside of the county budget, but Walmart has given us $1,000 to use for those programs. So just notice to you, there's no action that needs to be taken.
Do we usually get that? We can get that grant automatically?
It's the first time we asked for it, it's the first time we received it. The rest of what I have is related to the opening of the new Cranberry Magisterial District Judge Office. I'm asking for your approval for a contract with Guardian for provision of duress alarm services, up to $39.95 a month. That is consistent with what we're paying in the other 6 offices. I ask for your approval of that contract.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And then we've been shopping around, and I'm proposing to you today 2 contracts with Executive Cleaning Service, LLC, First, for the provision of cleaning services at the Cranberry MDJ office, and the other details, there's a twice weekly cleaning service with a rather extensive list of projects that they will accomplish for us, including the provision of all table supplies that we need. And also with, we need to do both of those contracts separate, probably.
We probably should do that.
Okay, then I'd ask for approval first for that contract with Executive Cleaning Service LLC.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it. I have a question on this.
Yes.
Did Saxonburg's, did you ask them, or, you know, they do it at a fair price? You know, the one we have in Saxonburg, if they want to do it,
The
or?
one in Saxonburg is a lady that does the building, and she, you know, so we have 7 MDJ offices, 2 of them are provided, cleaning services are provided by the county, that's the city and the township buildings. The other 5, we try to find people locally to do it. And in Saxonburg's case, it's a lady who, that her project is that particular building that we, at least that's my understanding.
Oh, okay, I just wondered if you gave her an opportunity.
And the way we've written this is we have a 30-day out clause, so that as we proceed through the year, if we decide we want to come back and look at the entire 5 DJ's offices, we may want to do that, so that's a conversation we can have. But because we open in about 2 weeks down there, we need to get something in place to get us started.
Speaking about the opening there, which is coming up very quickly, are we going to have an open house
We really haven't discussed
for the
that.
public? I think that we possibly should do that if we could, because that's a beautiful building, and
I think the thing that will drive that will be, do we get the building on the date that we think we're supposed to get the building? And then the actual setup just depends on how things go. I agree with you, we'd like to do an open house, we just have to see how things fall together on the calendar.
okay. Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Then my last motion is with executive, is a contract with Executive Cleaning Service to provide lawn maintenance services. $100 a month, they come in, cut the grass, trim the bushes, keep the place looking kind of spiffy. Then we would pick the months that they would work, so it's not a 12-month contract. My suspicion is we would probably have them working from May to September or something on that order, but that would be at the discretion of the MDJ.
We have to get some lawn first.
There's a little bit of mud there right now, but come springtime, something will be growing. One of the services they provide is bi-weekly weeding, so we should be in good shape. So I propose to you the approval of this contract.
Is there a motion to that effect?
I'll move.
And it was $100 a month, well, we need it.
In the months that we need that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll second it.
I would suspect that's a 6 months window.
Yeah.
All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, gentlemen.
One question for you in the DJ's office. How about snow removal and installing and so forth? Do we have a contract for that?
We are currently searching for someone to provide snow removal services. Our administrative assistant down there has made a number of phone calls, and we're in that process this week. Hopefully we'll find the person or persons who will provide the least expensive service for us. She's looking at plow trucks as they go by and looking at the signs that are on them, so she has some idea to call who works down there. We should have something at our next public meeting for that.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom, I'd like to say this. I'm very grateful Walmart gave us this $1,000 grant for the specialty courts. That really means a lot to me. Walmart, my daughter won the $3,000 award when she graduated from college or high school. She graduated from high school. She also got a Walmart grant, and we are very thankful that they're doing this. You know, I know I'm more thankful than anybody in this room because my daughter really utilized that well. But I'm very thankful for their community service and helping us out here. It means a lot to us. Thank you.
We're very grateful for their gift as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Under Commissioners, we have one item. Attorney Mary Jo Dillon, representing the Butler County Hospital Authority, has asked for approval to reappoint Charles Savannah and Dennis R. Walker, excuse me, Dennis R. Walker, for another 5-year term ending January 1st, 2020. We ask for your approval.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second that.
Discussion? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion carries.
That's all for new business.
Do we have any budgetary transfers?
Not this meeting.
Okay. Any new hires?
Yes, sir.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to approve the travel request.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to approve the check register.
Requisitions.
Requisitions, I'm sorry.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to approve the check register.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second
Those in
it.
favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Conference time with the media. Paul, you're the media today.
I have nothing, thank you.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
Those in favor? Aye. We can adjourn. Thank you.